What's up, everyone? Dude, check this out. Look at how awesome I think it looks. You might think otherwise, but I think it looks awesome. So you can see I'm bare bottom right now. I did bare bottom because I was seeing Aptasia pop up through there, some little ones. I'm trying to turkey baste them out, and I couldn't get them. They just kept popping. So I said, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of the sand. It's 40, 50 bucks. I've had it for a while. Okay, I'll switch it out. I got to be safe with it. I can't keep it in there and then go through all this trouble of trying to get rid of this Aptasia and and then have the problem again because I was too lazy. That's not going to happen. So I took it out. I waited a couple days. I didn't see any Aptasia in anything, and I dropped my structures in. They're two separate structures. The one on the left is pushed to the one on the right, so it kind of gives it that cave. I am going to build two more structures, one in the back, right? That's about halfway up the height of this. It'll be over there. And then I'm also going to build another one on the left side. And that one's going to be a single base rock, maybe angled a little bit, but it's going to be a simple thing. And it's just to give fish some more refuge. As I was taking the rock out and I took the sand out, I noticed that my fish, they were all stressing out for the most part. I mean, the chromis, they don't care. The scats didn't care. But the main one I'm worried about is my tang, my yellow tang. I like him. I mean, I like all my fish, but especially now that Hawaii stopped the export, the yellow tang jumped up in price. So it's like the stock market on that one. He's like 400 bucks. I think I got him for 40. So, anyways, the main reason I'm showing you this video is to show you my acrylic lifts. And I'm going to come up closer and I want you to tell me if you can see them. Can you see my acrylic rods? I'm a good 4 inches off the bottom. When I put the sand in there, I'll be about 2.5, 3 inches because I'm going a very small sand bed. I'm going to wait a while, probably a month before I put sand in. I'm still going to do my other structures. I got to put those in. And then I just want to make sure I'm free of Aptasia on my coral and make sure nothing pops up. Because right now, if something pops up on the main structure, I can easily just pop the coral plugs off and throw it in some hot water for 10 minutes and it'll be a goner. So right now it's easily manageable if something pops up somewhere. But I'm not going to go through the entire process and have it be an issue. But all I do is I take some small pieces of the rock that's left over from my structure and I just kind of set it down next to the acrylic rod. And if you want, you could even do it like on the back end. Now you can't see it because it's dark, and the camera's probably not picking it up. Back where you can see the clownfish swimming back underneath here, right there. And you might be able to see that rod, but that could just be like another rock right there to block it. So, yeah, I think it came out real good. And this structure, it's made from the acrylic sheets, like I said. And the main part of each structure that attaches the biggest part of the rocks is the 1/2 inch acrylic rod that goes up through it. And then some of the smaller stuff, like on this overhang on the right here, that one was like the 3/4 inch rod. So the 3/4 inch rod does have a little bit of bend to it. So I took one of my small acrylic lifted rocks right here that has my Aussie on it, and I kind of set it right next to there. So it's okay. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it collapsing or anything. And remember, I had this thing sitting out in my garage for like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So I was watching it just to make sure nothing's gonna fall. And the other thing is, by putting rock underneath next to the rods, if the one of the rods breaks or something ever happens, at least you'll have that security, so the whole thing doesn't tumble over. And just make sure that you're doing everything right. Make sure you're testing it. The last thing you want to do is build a structure, put it in there, and then have it collapse and bang into your glass, or you know, just be safe with it. Be smart. Be safe. So that's what I did. I bought a couple more corals today. I've got a Favia. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's cool. It's got purple and then yellow. And then I've got a couple little colony of zoas on the left. They're blue with yellow mouths, so I'm excited about those. And then here's my Torchy in the back, just massive. And then I got the pulsating Xenia, the GSP, and my frog spawn in the front here. So it's all, except the frog spawn's not on a lifted rock yet. I'm gonna have to do it, but on acrylic lifted rock, but the other ones are. And again, of course, you can see the base, and you can see some of the rods on the smaller pieces. But when I add sand, that's gonna disappear. So just remember, I'm bare bottom right now, just going through this process. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liking the look of the bare bottom. Like, I think once the core line grew on the bottom, and it doesn't take very long to grow, but once it grows on the bottom, if it kind of covered the bottom of the tank, I think that'd be pretty cool. But like my one and lonely Nacerius snail in there, doesn't like not having the sand. The hermit crabs are having a hard time walking around in there without the sand. And personally, I just think it looks a little bit better. So I will have a very shallow bed of sand in there, but it's not going to be for any kind of biological filtration or anything like that. It's not going to have any purpose other than aesthetics. Now, I could get away with having this one big rock right here structure because I have so much biomedia in the bottom, but I'm going to add two more of the structures, like I said, just to kind of fill up the tank, and I want the fish to have places to hide, especially at night when they go to sleep. They're just a lot more comfortable when they have that. So, yeah, everything's looking good. I've only found three Aptasia in there since in the last week, I think, or in the last couple days, 4 or 5 days. And two of them were up at the top, caught in the gyres. Well, they weren't caught in the gyres, but they were attached to where the gyres magnet attaches to the glass. Those of you who use gyres or wave pumps, you know what I'm talking about. And one on one of my Zoa frags, but it was a new frag, and I just think it was on the old piece of rock underneath, and I cleaned that up, and then I super glued over it, and the gyres and the wave pumps I just soaked in hot water, and then I brushed down. So I'm going to keep monitoring. I really hope that you're all knocking on some wood for me, that I don't have to deal with this mess. I didn't break down the entire tank like I think a lot of people would. I took a risk as far as making sure my system doesn't go out of whack, but as you can see, my numbers have been just solid. I'm testing it almost every day. I want to make sure that I don't kill anything off. That's the main goal. I don't want my numbers to get out of control. So everything's looking good so far, and that's the way that I need it to stay. So thanks for watching. I'm going to have another video. I'll do some live stuff. I'm going to definitely 100% record the next video that I make the rock structure on with, the acrylics and all that, and drilling, and just to kind of show you that process. Yeah, as far as the new coral, just so you know, I didn't just throw it in my tank. I used some Coral RX. The stuff works really well for me. I've never really had any issues that I know of. I've actually helped a SPS coral once when it had some algae growth on the base and the skin was dying back, and I cleaned it up with a toothbrush real good, and then I dipped it, and that helped, and everything regenerated, and I didn't have any more nuisance algae growing on it. So that, I think it works good. And yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a quarantine tank. I know a lot of people go crazy over that, and I'll probably end up having to buy one just in case, but I'm getting close to the end of my coral purchasing. I'm done purchasing fish. The only thing I think I might put in there is a rose bubble tip anemone, just for my clownfish, but all they do is sit in the back all day, and I'd hate to buy that and have to go through the whole deal of owning one of those. If the clownfish don't, if they don't create that relationship, that'd be horrible. I need the hosting going on. So, all right, everybody, have a great day, have a great week, and I'll send out maybe some quick follow-up videos or whatever, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.